Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hari Bol. A little bit more, a little bit more. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Praja Janardana Yasodanandana Praja Janardana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jai Radha Madhava Shri Radhe Jai Radha Gopinatha Radha Gopinatha Shri Radhe Jai Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Shitanath Premanande. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Niti Namine Prabhupada Sahityam Yapakasha Vitiracha Pacharan Kirvanshadu Bhagavad Pati Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanam Gyana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurabhe Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai 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 Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today, most auspicious day, being the appearance day of Srivas Thakur. He's one of the major leaders in the Sankirtan, headed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, just like the verse we've read yesterday. Bhakti Brihat Bhagavat Maharaj gave the class about the Lord coming. Krishna Varnang Tusa Krishnang Sangopanga Sabarshanam Yagyai Sankirtana Prayar Yajantihi Sumeda Saha. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared along with his eternal associates. Lord Krishna in the mood of a devotee. He is Bhakta Rupa. And then the first expansion, Lord Balaram. Lord Nityananda, he is Bhakta Swarup. Advaita Acharya, Bhakta Avatar. Then Gadadhar, Bhakta Shakti, and Bhakta Akhya, Srivas Thakur. Three of the Panchatattva, as mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita, they are in the Vishnu Tattva category. Lord Krishna, Vishnu Tattva, Lord Balaram, Lord Nityananda, Vishnu Tattva. The same is Advaita Acharya Prabhu. Vishnu Tattva also at the same time, Shiva Tattva at the same time. Then two are in Shakti Tattva. Shrimati Radharani also, expansion is Gadadhar. And then Srivas Thakur is also Shakti in a sense, but he is Jiva Tattva. Is an expansion of Narad Muni, Bhakti Shakti. He is empowered by the Supreme Lord. He's been empowered by the Supreme Lord to give bhakti. As we've heard also the other day from Swami Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj, Narada. Narada means one who gives Narayan, Dana. Dana means what? Giving, like donation. So, Srivas Thakur exemplified the highest level of devotional service, just like Narad Muni. From the very beginning of his life, he is playing in the role of not being a devotee. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him if he can still remember how he became into that level of bhakti. Because anyone who sees Srivas Thakur, immediately he will be able to think of Krishna. Topmost. He is one of the leaders of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement. So he asked, this is in the play of Chaitanya Chandra Natakam by Kavi Karnapur in the first act, first play. It's a story of Srivas Thakur. He was asked by Lord Chaitanya, can you still remember? And then Srivas Thakur says, yes, my dear Lord, I can still remember. When I was a young boy, from childhood up to 16 years old, I was restless. I was cruel. My heart is compared to a wood. He doesn't believe in chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He doesn't believe in any religious function, religious dharma. But then one night I had a dream. This person was telling me I only have 1 year to live. And in that dream, I contemplated the next day, what shall I do? Because that night, then minus 1 day now. So he has like less than 1 year to live now. So what shall I do? I better do something good here. So that was he was around 16 years old. He started to contemplate, thinking about worshiping the Lord. And somehow he read one passage from Purana, Narada Purana. So Srivas Thakur read that Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam Kevalam Kalona Steva Nasteva Nastiva Gatir Anyata. That in this day and age there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way except the chanting of the holy name, the chanting of the holy name, the chanting of the holy name, by which one can be delivered from the cycle of repeated birth and death. He'll go back home, back to Godhead, which is the Yuga Dharma, the chanting of the holy name. So that solidified now his main goal, to chant the holy name of the Lord. This is the Yuga Dharma, to worship the Supreme Lord and to associate with his different devotees available at that time. His devotion towards Lord Krishna increased day by day by chanting the holy name of the Lord. He says that he is having 3 brothers, Sri Ram, Srinidhi, and Shikanta. Yes, Shikanta or Srinidhi, Shipati. But then there is a Prema Bilas book says that he has a 4th brother, Nalani. It's like we have devotee, or Nalina. One disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Nalina Kanta. Right? Nalina Kanta is a great astrologer. So, because of the influence and the purity of Srivas, because he became more and more powerful now, because of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, worshipping the Lord, associating with the devotees. So the 3 brothers also became influenced by him. They became great devotees as well. So all of Navadvip, on the west side of Ganga, they lived, not very far from our Chandrodai Mandir. 600 yards to the north is his place. So they started chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra even before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got initiated by Isvara Puri. And they became more and more famous because of that. They're great devotees of the Supreme Lord. So Advaita Acharya, he declared Srivas to be glorious. Srivas means glorious. Vas means home or place. And Sri means glorious. So his place of residence, along with his 3 brothers, there is a courtyard and it's called Shrivas Angan. Shrivas Angan, in that courtyard, the first Sankirtan, chanting of the holy name of the Lord, congregationally, was first established by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he took birth, it was the wife of Shiva's Thakur, Malini Devi, who helped Mother Sachi giving birth to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now they don't have any idea, any clue that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the one whom Advaita Acharya and also Shiva's Thakur prayed to come. They prayed and pleaded to the Supreme Lord to come to save the conditioned souls at that time. Because 500 years ago, even though Navadvip is the seat of education, it is the richest country in the world in terms of wealth and also education, that is a real wealth. But the life is not conducive for those who are practicing devotional service. There are so many apasidanta, so many are doing religious activities just for the sake of doing religious activities, but for material gain. So, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started to grow up, he was called Nimai in his boyhood. And when he was a child also, everyone was captivated by his beauty. His beauty is unsurpassable. No one can excel with the beauty of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is his main weapon. The beauty of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So everyone was captivated, but Lord Chaitanya, young Nimai, very naughty, very mischievous. It's like Lord Krishna in his early childhood pastimes. He would steal butter, yogurt, steal the garments of the young ladies or young girls. So Nimai is like this also, but he's very studious. That's why he was called Nimai Pandit. He was always there to argue for the sake of argument. He was not so much of a religious personality that whenever they will meet, Nimai and Shiva's Thakur, he will want to always introduce an argument just to antagonize Shiva's Thakur. And then Shiva's Thakur will just say, please excuse me, I have to go. Because he doesn't want to waste his words to this boy. Shiva's Thakur, he received so much association also from Devananda, hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, and he became more of a devotee, dedicated, surrendered unto the Supreme Lord, that when there was a narration of Prahlad Maharaj Leela, he fell into ecstasy and he fell from the balcony to the ground. Someone he was saved. Then his commitment became more and more stronger. Now, whenever there is an opportunity for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give whatever his not so religious arguments, he would also get the praise by the devotees. And he became pleased by doing so. In this way, he also blessed them reciprocally. And when Srivas Thakur met one day along the road, met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he prayed to the Lord that someday this boy may become a good devotee. He doesn't have that clue. He doesn't have that idea that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none different than the Supreme Lord. And in reciprocation again, he will offer, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will offer his most prostrated obeisances unto the Thakur, Srivas Thakur, knowingly that he is senior. Malini, Devidasi, and Srivas Thakur, they were like second parents of Nimai, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That means they're like contemporaries. Jagannath Mishra and Srivas Thakur, and Malini, she's very close, real close friend to Sachi Devi. So in the Panchatattva, we see only that Advaita Acharya Prabhu as the one who has long white beard and white hair. And Srivas Thakur looks like very young. But this is not so. They're like very old. 50 years older, Advaita Acharya towards, in comparison to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Maybe not so much, that much as Srivas Thakur. The same age almost with Jagannath Mishra. So they will attend regularly the Srimad Bhagavatam, the three brothers along with Srivas Thakur to Advaita Acharya, Srimad Bhagavatam discourses. They will recite that. And somehow, one day, Nimai went to Gaya to do Pinda, to do the last rites for his father, Jagannath Mishra, to offer Pinda in the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu in Gaya. Many of our devotees go over there as well. How many of you have been to Gaya? I've not. No. You're very fortunate. You have darshan of Lord Vishnu's lotus feet. So, by having initiated into Vaishnav Dharma, Isvara Puri told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to chant the holy name of the Lord. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he transformed now. His transformation is that it cannot be imitated. It cannot be imitated. Whenever he will chant the holy name of the Lord, he'll become like a madman. Tears are flowing from his eyes like torrents of rain. His hair will stand on end. He will cry profusely, and he will also roll on the ground. These are the symptoms of one who is in love of God. So we should check ourselves also somehow if we have one of those symptoms. And if not, that means we're still in the namabas, or maybe nama aparad, offensive stage. When one chants the holy name of the Lord, he will fall into ecstasy as soon as he chants the holy name. So, when he returned back from Gaya, and he heard that there is some chanting going on also a little bit within the three brothers and Shivas. Now, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to join them. And along with other eternal associates of the Supreme Lord, like Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Mukunda, Govinda, Buddhikant Manta, Pundarik Vijanidhi, and so on, to join the kirtan. Now this kirtan in Shrivas Angan is not meant for everyone. Because when the Lord and along with his eternal associates would chant, they will dance and they will fall into ecstasy. They will become like madmen, especially Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda, when he would dance, the ground will shake like there is an earthquake. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will dance on and off on the ground and in the air, floating. They will cry, they will embrace each other. Everyone will, who is there, witness the kirtan is not of this world. Extraordinary. So the reason why they will not want to have outsiders to come inside the kirtan is that they will mistook the kirtan. They will not be able to understand. They'll mistakenly think that this is like something sentimental, fanaticism. And therefore, no one is allowed inside. They will do this every night. Even in the middle of the night, early morning hours, practically all night long. They will do this. It says that this Shrivas Angan is none other than the place where Rasalila was performed. It's like we've heard the other day also, that when you're in book distribution, when you're in Sankirtan, you become absorbed that you completely have forgotten your physical body. You come to the spiritual platform. How many times we've been into that kind of kirtan that we've forgotten everything? It is Vaikuntha, no anxiety. That we don't want to stop the kirtan. So this is the kind of kirtan that's going on in Shrivas Angan. And somehow, one day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he stopped the kirtan in the crescendo of the kirtan. Abruptly, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Stop. I'm not feeling the same ecstasy. If this is Krishna, I will accept this." No, it's not. If Radharani, I will accept also. So he says, "Stop. I'm not feeling the same ecstasy here. Something is wrong here. It is not the same like what we're doing." Because they're doing the kirtan here for 1 year non-stop. And Srivas Thakur says, "Yes, my dear Lord, somehow or other my mother-in-law is here. She is hiding in one of the bassinet. I thought she is sinless, and she really wanted to see you. So somehow she's here." So she was asked to leave. She was asked to leave. And then one day again, kirtan was going on very strongly, very strongly. But somehow, prior to this, before the kirtan begins, there was this one Brahmana, Navadvip. Now this Brahmana, he only takes milk. Maybe some of our brahmacharis also doing that, tapasya. He is well known in all of Navadvip to be very renowned. He doesn't eat any food, only dud, garam dud. Only hot milk. I don't know if it's hot, but milk only. So, and he is sinless. So he wanted to see the Lord dancing along with his eternal associates. He says that if, he says this to Srivas Thakur, he's begging him, please let me see the Lord's dancing. If you grant this mercy upon me, then my life will be successful. My sense of sight will be perfect. My sense of hearing will be perfect. So please allow me. And Srivas Thakur says, well, no one is allowed here. No one is allowed here. But because if you really want to see the Lord, you have to hide. So he's very merciful. He granted him to be there. So he hid himself in one of the screens, like divider. And then when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started the kirtan, along with Lord Nityananda and all of his eternal associates, big kirtan going on. Big kirtan. The whole world was like shaking. The holy name of the Lord being chanted purely purifies one's heart. And one attains love of God. And they are in this level. They are all in love of God. So now, suddenly, Srivas Thakur again stopped. No, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped the kirtan. He says, no, something is wrong again here. I feel that I'm not feeling this same ecstasy. Is there anyone here let in somebody? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very upset. He's very upset. And Srivas Thakur says, my dear Lord, I'm very sorry. Because he said that if he's not going to come out, this person, he will destroy everyone now. He will destroy now. When it was revealed that this Brahmana was there, immediately Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, go out, go out, go out now. Do you think that by just performing austerity, like taking milk only and not eating food, that you will attain me? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, even a worker in a crematorium, he takes shelter of me. I am his and he is mine. Even a sannyasi who doesn't know how to depend on me, he cannot also attain me. So you better go. But then, before leaving, he thought also, the Brahmana thought, how merciful is the Supreme Lord. He gave me a chance, even though he chastised me. I am so fortunate that at least I had a glimpse of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his eternal associates, hearing and chanting the holy name of the Lord and dancing. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he could understood the mentality of the Brahmana. He changed. He called back the Brahmana and he told to the Brahmana, while placing his 2 lotus feet on the head of the Brahmana, he says, from now on, don't think that just by drinking milk you can attain me. But since you are very sincere, and knowingly now that you're changed, your heart is changed, that you will not just perform austerity to attain me, and you have to ask forgiveness also from what you've done. So he gave his mercy, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And from then on, after some time, he was able to join the kirtan. He was given that mercy. See how merciful Srivas Thakur? This is the nature of the devotee, very merciful. One time again, there is this one demon. His name is Gopal Chapa. Gopal Chapa. Now, he has this mentality trying to antagonize the devotees, to defame them. He planted to have, like someone is doing Kali Puja just outside the doors of Srivas Thakur. Meat was there, and different paraphernalias, like as if someone was doing puja for Kali. Kali Puja. Thinking that will have Srivas Thakur and the associates of the Lord to be dishonored and defamed. Somehow, Srivas Thakur, when he found this out, says, yes, I did this. Yes, this. But now, this Gopal Chapa, he contracted a very serious disease, leprosy. You know what leprosy means? Your body is decaying. Your body is falling apart. That's why sometimes when we go on parikrama, you see the beggars, sometimes the fingers is like half. That means they had leprosy. The body is falling apart. So, Gopal Chapa begged Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to please forgive me. I have committed such a grievous offense. The most grievous offense is Vaisnav Aparad. We can commit Nama Aparad, the antidote to this, the way how we can be be relieved from Nama Aparad is to chant Hare Krishna. The way we worship the Lord, if we commit offenses, Seva Aparad, chant more Hare Krishna. Dhamma Aparad, coming to Vrindavan and committing offenses here, like becoming familiar with the Brajabasis, thinking that they're ordinary souls, committing sinful activities. The antidote, the remedial measure will be chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But to offend a devotee, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not enough. It will not save one from going to hell. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Gopal Chapa, you go to Srivas Thakur, ask forgiveness. If he forgives you, then you'll be saved from going to hell. So, indeed, Srivas Thakur, when he was approached by Gopal Chapa to ask forgiveness, I forgive you. The devotees, they don't take offenses. And if you commit an offense to them and knowingly that you have to ask forgiveness, the devotee already have forgiven you before you have asked for forgiveness. This is the nature of the devotee. It's one of the foremost qualities of a devotee. He is ever forgiving. Just like the other day, I was writing about the person who gave you the hardest time is your dearest friend. Why? Because he lightened up your karma. He was not the cause of your karma to suffer. He was the medium by which you received the karma. So devotees, they don't take offense. But that doesn't mean we should abuse and become offensive to the devotees, knowingly that they will forgive us. So, from that day on also, the disease of leprosy disappeared from Gopal Chapa, and he became also one of the participants in the kirtan. This is the nature of Srivas Thakur, Naradha. Narada means one who gives Narayan. One day also there was this story whereby, see, the ladies will be in a different area. They're not there in the kirtan. The ladies will be in a different part of the Shrivas Angan, house of Srivas Thakur. One of the sons of Srivas Thakur died in the middle of kirtan. So because of the roaring kirtan, they're not able to hear the crying of the family of Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur, somehow, he went there to check what's going on, and he saw that his son died. So, not to disturb Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's kirtan, he did not mention to Lord Chaitanya that this is what's happening. And Srivas Thakur, he consoled the family members about the nature of the soul and so on. The soul will go on for the next life to a different body. And life is temporary, and so on, like this. It's like Hiranyakashipu. He consoled his family also when Hiranyaksha was killed. But there's a big difference here. Hiranyakashipu is a demon and Srivas Thakur is a devotee. So he says, don't cry too loud, because we don't want to disturb the Lord's kirtan, ecstasy. So when he came back to the kirtan, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again, he started to feel something is not right here. So please tell us what's going on. So Srivas Thakur, he revealed about the demise of his son. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked for the family to bring the boy to the courtyard. And by the touch of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the boy was revived. He came back to life. That means the soul returned to the body. When we die, the soul will be separated from the body. We had many experiences of that here in Vrindavan. Some of our devotees who left their bodies, who served Srila Prabhupada, we can sense but the soul leaving the body. There's a big difference. The body became pale, became cold. There's no more life air. So when the boy came back into life, they had a conversation. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, why did you live so early? You were just a young boy. Don't you know that your parents and your relatives will be bereft of your association? Why did you live so early? Untimely? Prabhupada says old age means you're about to die. So anyone who is about to die, whether they're young or old, by age already old. So he explained about his nature. I don't know who will be my next father or my next mother. This lifetime is temporary. I'm only here for a limited time. But the soul goes on. So again, about the nature of the soul. So in this way, Srivas Thakur in this place is very, very special. Very, very special. Says here, the leniency associated with Srivas Angan is attributed to the large measure to the special mercy of Srivas Thakur. It's like before going in a parikrama, we will stop by that special place. Srivas Thakur, he allowed virtually anyone inside his home, as long as they are servant of the Lord, As long as they're a servant of the Lord and they are surrendered unto the Supreme Lord. What is the austerities that Hanuman performed, or Gajendra performed, or the young damsels of Vrindavan performed? They didn't perform that much austerities. Practically not. But because they are surrendered unto the Supreme Lord, they are dependent on the Supreme Lord. They gave everything to the Supreme Lord. That's why they became dear to the Supreme Lord. So we can hear from this pastime that somehow, when we hear this pastime, especially to that Brahmana, and also all of these different pastimes, he says, if one hear these pastimes with pleasantry, then soon he will have darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is that what we want? Yes. Okay, that's all what we want, right? Now, no kabihar. No kabihar ki jai. Noka means boat, and bihar means loving pastimes. Loving pastimes. Now, many of these boat festivals occurred 5,000 years ago in Manasi Ganga. Manasi Ganga is a place in Govardhan. It's considered to be the eyes of Govardhan. Anyone who will do parikrama should take bath here or take few drops, sprinkle on one's head, and take darshan of Haridev. That Haridev also, temple, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also visited that place. So before one goes for parikrama, actually the Brajavasis, that is the starting point. For the ISKCON devotees, our starting point is that intersection between Radhakund and Govardhan, right? Or Manasa Ganga, or Kusuma Sarovar. But most of us will start in that intersection near the Bank of Baroda or something, Bank of India. So Manasi Ganga appeared through the mind of Lord Krishna. Manasa. Manasa means through the mind, Ganga. None different than Ganga. One time there was a demon who impersonated himself to be a baby calf. What's the name of the demon? Vatsasura. Yes. Someone is reading the book there, Krishna book. So Vatsasura, somehow he camouflaged himself to be a baby calf and intermingled with the calves of Krishna and Balaram. But Krishna and Balaram know this. And Krishna, he lifted his eyebrow to Balaram. Hey, it's like by that sign, they can understand each other that something is about to happen here. So, knowingly that Vatsasura is a demon, so Krishna killed the demon. So now he wanted to be with Radharani. And Radharani says, no, you cannot come close to me. You're so sinful. You killed a baby calf. He says, what is this? He is a demon. He's not a calf. Yes, but still in the body of a calf. A demon in the body of a calf. So you cannot be close to me. You're contaminated. So Krishna was begging, pleading, please, 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 how can I overcome this? How can I get rid of this sin? And Radharani says, you have to take bath in Ganga. And then, but Ganga is so far, you have to go at least to Haridwar. That's the closest one, right? Even in Delhi is Yamuna. That is also Ganga. Yes, that is the same. Ganga is named many ways. It's like the Brahmanas, you chant in your Brahman thread, Om Ganga Cha Yamuna Chaiva Godavari Narmada Sindhu Kaveri. These are all Ganga. But our Yamuna here is multiplied potency-wise 1,000 times because Krishna performed his pastimes here. So, Krishna was thinking, this is too far. How am I going to get there? I want to be with Radharani as soon as possible. It takes me days to go there. So, within his mind, he created Manasi Ganga. And now, he told the gopis, yes, this is Ganga also. Now, Manasi Ganga is quite wide. It takes a lot of space at that time. You can go up to Govindakund, Manasi Ganga. That's quite far, isn't it? It takes us like at least an hour to walk from there. So, what happened is that to prove that that is Ganga, Lord Krishna called Ganga Devi, personified Ganga, and being carried by her Vahan, Makara. What's Makara? Crocodile. How about the earrings of Lord Krishna? Makara also, isn't it? Yes? Shark and Makara. So, then Lord Krishna says, there you go. Is this a proof now that this is Ganga? So I'll take bath here so I can be with you. So now later on, the Brijabasis, they heard also that the story where Garuda was taking his favorite food, which is a snake. And the snake touched Ganga. And the snake turned into four-arm form. So when they heard this, they says, we want to go there also, to Ganga, to get purified. And then Lord Krishna says, you don't have to go to Ganga. Ganga is here. They cannot believe. The gopi says to Nanda Maharaj, yes, this is Ganga. So, to prove again, he called Ganga Devi, along with the Makara. Then they believed. And later on, this pastime, the boat festival, occurred when the young gopis, they were carrying their sweetmeats to cross from the other side. To go to the other side, they need a boat. And at that time, the sun starts to set. What do you call this? From dusk. It's called dusk. And no boats around. No boatmen around. But there was this one very old boat, dilapidated boat. And there is this one boatman wearing his cloak. In one story, I've heard he's wearing a red gamcha. Red gamcha. So they approach him and they ask him, can you please take us to the other side? And yes, I can do that. But you have money? But in those days, of course, there's no money involved. It's bartering. So this boy likes sweetmeats a lot. So he asked the gopis, I will carry you to the other side and I will take your sweetmeats as fee. This will be the payment. So, yes, they agreed. Everybody jumped onto the boat. Then started to row. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Okay. There was the kids used to sing that one. Merrily, merrily, merrily. Going down the stream, something like that. So, but then the boatman stopped. He says, I'm feeling hungry. And I'm feeling weak. So, hope you don't mind. I can have some of the sweetmeats for now. He says, yes. Otherwise, you will not move. If he's weak, if he's not is hungry, then he's not be able to continue. So they started to feed him some sweetmeats. Started to eat. Then he became strong again. But then he started to row again the boat, and suddenly he stopped again. He said, I need some rest. I think I ate too much. I need some rest. So he lied down. Okay, I think I need 2 of you to massage my feet and 2 of you to massage my arms. So in this way, I'm really going to be like very, very strong. We'll go there really fast towards the other end. And 2 gopis and two gopis took his legs and 2 gopis took his arms. Says, yes, what we're going to do is we're going to throw you out to the boat, out of the boat, and see if you can become really strong. No. He doesn't want to do that. So he started to row again. Now, after some time, actually there was a small hole on the boat. And water started to come inside. So they were all panicked. What to do? But Krishna is like, nicely rowing the boat. And the gopis asked Lord Krishna what to do. Otherwise, we don't know how to swim. We're going to all drown. He says, okay, why don't you throw all your jewelries out. In this way, you'll be lighter. Take out also the sweetmeats and throw them all out. So everything now is practically gone. So it became lighter, and the whole small water coming in, so it started to row. But then suddenly there was some thunder, lightning, and the sign of the storm is coming. The clouds became so dark. So everyone was in panic now, especially Radharani. And she doesn't know what to do. So Radharani, in fear, she went closer to the boatman and embraced tightly upon his shoulder. Everyone was so surprised. How is it? Radharani is doing it, but she was so frightened. But suddenly, she noticed that there's a very hard thing near his waist. And she took it out, and she saw a flute. And eventually, she discovered that this boatman is none other than Krishna. So she took it out and she showed it to the gopis that this boy is none other than Krishna. So everyone was jubilant, everyone was so happy. This is how Lord Krishna will perform his pastimes with his intimate associates. We should not see this as mundane. And after that, Lord Krishna rowed the boat in different places of Manasi Ganga until they reached the other side of Manasi Ganga. So today, we're observing this for the pleasure of Radhesham and Lalita Visakha. This is one of our best festival of the year. Yeah, it's very intimate. We're so close to the Lord. We pray that someday also we'll have darshan of the Lord in his boat pastimes, but we have to be qualified. It is not that just by reading books, you'll go back home, back to Godhead. That's part of it. As we try to mention here, we have to do some practical service also. For those of you who are visiting us, wherever you come to Vrindavan, you can join our 24-hour kirtan department or distribute books as well. And when you go back to your place of Prabhu Datta Desh, you continue in the process of Sankirtan mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Do your very best. So in this way, it's a complete package. We chant our rounds, we do practical service, we read Srila Prabhupada's books, we associate with the devotees, and reach out to as many conditioned souls to help them to go back home, back to Godhead. Just like when you go on parikrama also, you've seen people, broom. They use a broom. This is how we purified ourselves, by just having darshan of the Lord. And also in Govardhan, you've seen like bricks. It's being piled up. So they want to someday have residence near Govardhan. So we should do as much as possible all of these combinations of everything. Don't just spend reading. It's okay. But do some practical service to help serving Srila Prabhupada's mission, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission. So in this way, we become closer and closer and closer to the Supreme Lord. This is the secret. It's an open secret to go back home, back to Godhead. Nokavihar ke, Srivas Pandit ke, Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you all.